Now that the police have finally fined this government over 50 times for breaking lockdown rules, Johnson did his best to try and dodge Starmer's attacks, contradicted himself over refugees, and then tried to rewrite his entire record in office.
Why did the Prime Minister's press secretary, Allegra Stratton, have to resign from her job?
I bitterly regret Allegra's resignation. I think it was very sad.
Oh, so it had nothing to do with her laughing about breaking COVID rules, which funnily enough, you did too.
All that is subject for an interview, for an investigation by Super.
What I think the country and what I think the whole House would really rather do is get on with the things for which we were elected.
You spent 4 months telling us to wait until the police have finished their investigation, and now that the police have found you guilty of breaking the law 50 times and counting, you're telling us to move on? Oh, and 60% of the country don't want it to be you that gets on with that job.
The House should wait to the conclusion of the investigation.
Sorry, which is it? Are we supposed to move on or are we supposed to wait?
I was slightly taken aback for the government to be criticised over the policy that we have devised.
Are you that surprised? Because a week ago you said...
We expect this will be challenged in the courts.
And what did you previously say about those lawyers?
The lefty human rights lawyers and other do-gooders.
So your own words suggest that your plan to send refugees to Rwanda go against goodness, and you're surprised you're getting criticism.
I think that a lot of people made money, I'm sad to say, out of COVID in a way that perhaps they shouldn't have done. And we deplore that.
99% of your COVID contracts were awarded without any competition process to make sure those companies could actually do the job. 20% went to entities with known connections to major Tory figures, and those are the ones you failed to disclose on time. So I assume by deplore you mean consistently facilitated and helped cover up.
I would just remind him of the constant clamour from those benches and around the country for us to equip our country with PPE.
You were warned in 2016 that we didn't have enough PPE for a pandemic. It's not Labour's fault that you chose to spend the next 4 years in a pissing contest with Europe.
What we try to do in this government is cut taxes.
Highest tax burden since the Second World War?
More than 500,000 people back on the payroll than there were before the pandemic.
You already admitted that's not true.
Will the Prime Minister support a lying in politics bill?
It is well known that the rules of this House demand that we tell the truth in this House, and that's what we all try to do.
If the rules in Parliament were strong enough to prevent lying, I'd be out of a job.